watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Chris and Susan both have the night off. Taking a live look outside. Those winds have started to die down tonight. It was certainly a busy, blustery day yesterday. And today, coming into work, certainly slow and steady was going to win the race. But could we see some flurries in parts of the region for New Year's Eve? A check-in with Chief Meteorologist Jackie Laird. Jackie, what are we going to be seeing tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, out there tomorrow morning, you could see a few flurries around. I mean, it's not going to be much, but it still can make for some slick travel. So just want to give a heads up about that. That'll be early tomorrow morning, but then in the afternoon, looking much better out there. In terms of wind gusts, though, out there too, these are looking much better than the numbers that we had on the map yesterday. If you can recall, we had some of these wind gusts on this map yesterday, at least 40 to even 45 miles per hour. This is much better. Talking about those wind gusts right now, 25 and close to 30 miles per hour for parts of the area at this point in the evening. Now, sustained winds, those are still mainly out of the west, 10, even close to 20 miles per hour. But this wind, again, is still enough to make it feel much colder than its actual air temperature. So still want to make sure you are bundled up. There is that chance for a couple of flurries farther off towards our north and westernmost areas right now, but certainly noticing much more of that lake effect snow farther off towards our north. But that system that's farther out towards, say, northern Wisconsin, that's going to continue to move its way closer towards our area. That's going to be bringing us that chance for some snow flurries out there. So look ahead towards your New Year's Eve. And again, flurries not amounting to much. If anything, though, back out towards the mountains, though, a little bit of a different story, looking at more the threat of some accumulating snowfall with that system. But for the rest of the region, chance for some flurries. But temperatures out there right now, 20s to low 30s, or right around or just below the freezing mark. When you factor in that wind, it's feeling like we're into the teens to low 20s. So like I mentioned, bundle up for your evening plans. But as we look towards the next couple of days and into your New Year's Eve, the latest details, the timing, and also look ahead towards the start of the new year. That's all coming up in just a few minutes.
New year and a new forecast. Jackie, thank you. Developing right now, the man accused of placing 2 pipe bombs on Capitol Hill the night before the January 6th attack appeared in court today. His attorneys argue he should be released under strict supervision before he goes to trial. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone reports from outside of the federal courthouse with the latest.
A good evening. No decision just yet. The judge ultimately deciding to take some more time to think about the case. Now, prosecutors argue that 30-year-old Brian Cole Jr. gave a detailed confession about how he purchased the materials, made those pipe bombs, and then drove them and dropped them here in D.C. Cole's attorneys, though, they say that although these crimes or alleged crimes are serious, that he's not dangerous and can be released pre-trial. Now, a few points made in court today. Prosecutors say that Cole wiped his phone nearly 950 times since December of 2020. They argue that that was to conceal and hide evidence in this case. They also argue if he's released, he'll return to the same conditions that he was in while allegedly committing those crimes, and that if the bombs exploded, they could have been deadly. Now, Cole's attorneys, they say the opposite. For one, they argue he's a young man diagnosed with autism and OCD, which explains wiping his phone so often. They say they have an expert witness that said the bombs were never capable of detonating, and that Cole has not purchased any materials in 2.5 to 3 years that could be linked to making more bombs. Now, Cole's defense team, they want to see him released to the custody of his grandmother under court supervision by GPS monitoring. They say that the grandmother, who lives in Gainesville, Virginia, has a secure gated community that she lives in. She has security cameras, and that he could work from home if he lives there. They also argue he has no criminal record, has held a steady job, and there's no history of him not complying with court orders. As we mentioned, the judge still taking some time to think about this. He hopes to have a decision on Cole's detention status in the next day or so. Reporting from the federal courthouse, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Thanks to Marielle for her continuing coverage. Developing right now, a newly unsealed court order is shedding light on the case against Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This document shows high-level Justice Department officials called his indictment a, quote, top priority only after he was mistakenly deported and then ordered back to the States from El Salvador. Garcia has pleaded not guilty to human smuggling charges in Tennessee and is asking a judge to dismiss the case, claiming that the prosecution is retaliatory. Well, the man accused of killing a National Guard soldier and wounding another the day before Thanksgiving in D.C. was back in federal court yesterday. Ramanullah Lakanwal had already pleaded not guilty earlier this month during a court appearance from his hospital bed. He's still recovering from being shot, but was wheeled into the courtroom yesterday. And prosecutors say he's facing 5 serious charges, including first-degree premeditated murder while armed and assault with intent to kill. There's a preliminary hearing. It's set for January the 15th, and he remains in custody. Montgomery County officials said that a high-rise fire broke out after rubbing alcohol was accidentally knocked over on a nightstand near a lit candle. Officials say this happened at Tacoma Park around 1:14 this morning at the Victory Tower on Carroll Avenue. They said sprinklers were activated and one person was hurt. The extent of their injury is unknown. 4 folks are without a home, and damages are estimated to cost $100,000. Take a look at this. Quite a scary scene for first responders after an 18-wheeler went up in flames this morning in D.C. This is also within the 3rd Street tunnel near New York Avenue. Officials tell us this broke out around 6:45. Multiple crews had to be called in, including a hazmat unit to handle 100 gallons of diesel fuel. It's good news that this didn't get any worse. The exact cause of the fire remains under investigation. We have learned the New England Patriots star wide receiver and Maryland native Stefon Diggs is facing several charges. This includes strangulation and assault. Charges were filed by his former private chef stemming from an incident earlier this month. Diggs' attorneys says the wide receiver denies the allegations, calling them unsubstantiated and tied to a financial dispute with an employee. The Patriots say they're standing by Diggs as this case moves forward. It's unclear what led to the charges. A new law in Maryland will soon require barbers and cosmetologists to complete domestic violence training to apply for a license or a new one. The change could help someone facing safety concerns at home. As many of us know, hair salons and barbershops have long been places where clients can feel comfortable, open up, share personal stories, and some personal life challenges. Under the law, stylists will take a 1-hour training course designed to help them recognize some warning signs, communicate safely, and connect clients with resources.
I think it is important to have those skills and factors taught, and maybe taking the class isn't a bad thing, you know, if you're just starting off, or maybe if this is new to you and you haven't had that much exposure in the business.
Training requirement goes into effect January the 1st. All right, time to follow the money. The tax to dine out in Fairfax County is on the books in the new year. Starting in 2026, the county will implement their 4% tax on all food and beverages that are prepared. Specifically, foods and drinks sold at restaurants and caterers. Tax exemptions include drinks sold at ABC liquor stores, vending machines, and several other cases. The Trump administration's latest lawsuit has the Commonwealth in the crosshairs. The DOJ is challenging a Virginia law that would allow unlawful migrants to potentially gain access to in-state tuition. This is hardly the first lawsuit of its kind. Similar suits were filed earlier this year against Kentucky, Oklahoma, Texas, Illinois, and California. Well, if you are on the move for New Year's Eve, there are a few services you can use to stretch your dollar. We're all looking for ways to save. WMATA is offering free Metro, rail, and bus rides tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. through 2 a.m. on New Year's. The Washington Regional Alcohol Program, also known as WRAP, is offering free Lyft rides through their Sober Ride program. That promo is available from 10 p.m. through 4 in the morning. Montgomery County leaders are prepping for enforcing safe driving for New Year's Eve. And during today's weekly meeting, police and county leaders discussed holiday task force numbers, as they're called. Police say they conducted over 230 traffic stops and arrested 24 people for DUI.
It's never good to see a lot of DUI arrests, but it is good to see our men and women out there, holding people accountable, making our roadways safer.
Police say they're going to continue their holiday task force for the next 2 weeks. All right, soon the Washington Monument will be lit up on every single side for the very first time in a dazzling projection light show to kick off New Year's Eve. We got a little taste of how they were preparing last night in some live shots. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons tells us how the show is going to honor America's 250th birthday.
Well, starting tomorrow on New Year's Eve, the Washington Monument here will stand as the world's largest birthday candle to kick off America's 250th birthday celebrations.
I'm excited about the fireworks, the lights, the celebration.
A buzz is in the air as crowds gather near the Washington Monument hours before we ring in 2026.
We've got is a really fun, custom animated, roughly 20-minute retelling of the country's history. So think of all the biggest and best moments that have made America great.
Our forebears built the freest and proudest.
To celebrate, the group Freedom 250, tasked by the president to lead America's 250th birthday celebrations, is kicking it off by turning the Washington Monument into a living painting.
I just hope that it inspires people to think boldly and to live their true selves and know that you're here for a reason and anything is possible.
That's why Layla Yosa is celebrating New Year's Eve in the nation's capital.
We have a really great country, and I feel like we don't appreciate it as much as we should. There's no place in the world like the United States.
The illumination is the first of a series of national events throughout 2026. Aimed at uniting all Americans.
We're such a melting pot of different cultures and people. That's the beauty of this country.
And you can catch the nightly projection shows starting at 7 p.m. from New Year's Eve until January 5th. For now in Northwest GC, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.